Hello, this is Marshallie and welcome to my garden diary. So, today we are looking at uh, the raspberries in the garden. We've been eating raspberries for a while now, and yeah, so we have quite, let me back up a bit. We have quite a bit of raspberries in the garden. In that corner there is where we have the raspberries, and we've been eating raspberries every day. As you can see, there's quite a bit on this, and some are ripe, some aren't. So with the raspberry, you can pick raspberries like twice a day. So we'll come out in the morning and we'll pick the ripest ones, and then by the afternoon, with the sun and everything, then another batch will be ripe in the afternoon. And so, yeah, usually at this time of the year, everyone is eating like at least half a cup of raspberries a day. And we don't make any jams or anything with these because they're sweet enough. The kids like it, everybody like raspberry, so we just tank up with all the good vitamins that are in raspberry, and don't bother with making any kind of preservatives with these, because then you have to add sugar. And yeah, so we just eat whatever we have right here, and then that's it until next year. We don't buy these at the supermarket because if they're packaged, they can go bad quite quickly. So it's nice that we have our own in the yard, and yeah, that's quite convenient. So the story behind this is that uh, at the last house that we lived, there was a raspberry patch or bush, and when we moved, we took it's not a cut-in, we took a division with us, and from that one little division, then this grew, and the raspberries, they really uh, they have rhizomes, so they grow under the earth, and they will really take over your whole garden if you don't keep it intact. So what we do is that after it has stopped producing fruits, which will be in September, maybe October, depending on how warm it is, then when it gets cold, or when it starts getting cold, then we cut this way back. If you watch one of my earlier videos that was late spring, sorry, not late spring, early spring, then you will see that there was absolutely nothing here. That's how far back we cut it. And when it's cut back like that, then it just comes back every year. So, you know, raspberries need to be cut back if you want them to grow vigorously and grow lots of fruits. As you can see here, we cannot complain about not having fruits on these. And I really like to watch the kids when they come out, and they usually come out together. I have two kids, and then they pick together, and then they eat together. And depending on what time of day my husband and I want to eat, we just basically come out and then pick a container full and then sit and eat. And yeah, we don't really eat these for dessert because it's a little bit sour to have after a meal. I mean, it's not sour in that it's not sweet, but to have this kind of fruity sour after a meal is not very ideal for us. So we usually eat it like late in the afternoon or early in the morning or something like that. So yeah, when you have these, be careful, because as you can see, it's quite tall. So it will need some support if you don't want it to fall on the ground. So we had, before it got this tall, we put this together so that we have a line there that will support it a little bit, so that we don't have it falling down on the ground. And even though we did that, we still have some that are on the ground. So the ones that are on the ground we won't eat. And yeah, and then the others are quite okay. So we have quite a bit going on here. Yeah, so just to recap, raspberries start for us as soon as it gets really warm, usually in August, September, sometimes to October. We have fruits. Make sure that you cut it back in the fall or autumn. And yeah, that's basically it. Give it some support because they will tend to fall over because they grow so tall. And just enjoy. Enjoy the fruits of not so much labor. There isn't a lot that you have to do with this. And another thing is you need to keep it in control. So we have decided that we don't want it to come any further than right there where it is. So every year we have to then dig up the rhizomes that will try to come over to this side of the garden here. And so that it just really stays to that part. If you could see over here, behind the fence there, I think the rhizomes went way back there because it's kind of hard to get there, but that's getting a little bit out of control back there, but we'll see. I think it's even in the neighbor's garden right now. Okay, so that's it for our raspberry plants right up in there. Okay, I hope that you are enjoying your garden. Raspberry, very easy. Just make sure that if you don't want it to take over your garden, you plant it in a container, or just make sure that every year you keep it in check with digging up the rhizomes that you don't need. And get some of these in your garden. They're quite easy and they are very tasty. Okay, that's it for today's video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.